Now, I know that a modern, scientific, rational worldview does not leave much room for the spiritual. But it doesn't take too many headlines to realize that there is something deeply wrong with the world that cannot be solved by human innovation and advancement. I mean, just last month, from this very pulpit, 3 weeks in a row, we prayed prayers of lament and brokenness because of shootings that had happened in our country. There is something wrong, and that something wrong is spiritual conflict, and it runs right through the heart of you and I. There is spiritual conflict within us. We live with indwelling sin. There is darkness that lingers in our hearts. We experience temptation, discouragement, and sin because of the conflict that is within us. For those of you, men and women, who struggle with pornography, for those of you who are gripped by fear and anxiety, for those of you who have persistent struggles and nagging doubts about God's love for you, be aware of your enemy. Be aware of how you're vulnerable towards particular sins and particular sin patterns. Be aware of how you're tempted. Be aware of how you are accused and what form those accusations take. Be aware of spiritual discouragement and despair, because the enemy creates conflict within you. Right? That's what the Apostle Paul is saying in Romans 7, verse 19, when he says, "For I do not do the good I want, but the evil that I do not want is what I keep doing."